So over the weekend, the Chinese military added another day of drills around Taiwan. President Biden, for his part, left the White House over the weekend out of COVID protocol, heads to eastern Kentucky in a moment. But before he left, took a question about China and the Taiwanese.
How worried are you about the situation in Taiwan? Because China is kind of keeping a bit of a grip around the whole island now.
I'm not worried, but I'm concerned that they're moving as much as they are. But I don't think they're going to do anything more.
Do you think it was a wise move of the speaker to go to Taiwan?
That was her decision.
Are you still going to do student loans this month?
Okay, so a couple things there. One on Nancy Pelosi, the other on how far China goes. I want to bring in General Jack Keane to talk about this. General, good morning to you. China has not been at war since 1979. And they add another day here. I mean, the word is they're trying to coordinate the Air Force with the Navy, with the Army, et cetera. What's your read on what's happening now, sir?
Well, certainly, President Xi obviously reacting to the visit and sending a loud message. But my concern is not so much President Xi. My concern is with this administration. And are they going to finally accept the fact that self-censorship in terms of our rhetoric, self-deterrent in terms of the kinds of visits we have, no military visits, no training visits with Taiwan, and no significant arming of Taiwan, and those two issues, plus the general appeasement policy, Bill, of not wanting to provoke the Chinese, this policy has been in effect for years, and you got to conclude it's a massive failure because President Xi, every single year for the 10 years he's been in power, has been increasing the intimidation and coercion of Taiwan principally and in the region generally. He is more aggressive than his predecessors by far and more ambitious. And he has stated time and time again, like Putin stated time and time again when it came to Ukraine, that he fully intends to take this by force if the Taiwanese do not capitulate, and they're not going to capitulate. So what is the lesson we should learn from this? Is that this general policy of trying to avoid provoking the Chinese is not working. It's a massive failure. They are increasing their aggression. And what we need to do is help Taiwan even more than what we are doing. Arms, munitions, training, doing exercises together. But right now, as we speak, Bill, we are being told that this administration is pushing back on the bipartisan bill in the Senate to provide significant more increased support economically and militarily to Taiwan. Can you imagine that? That's the conclusion that the Biden administration gets out of this, is to do less.
Wow. We'll watch that. General, 1 year ago today, the first province in Afghanistan fell to the Taliban. Nikki Haley over the weekend was asked about this on Fox News Sunday. She says that was the moment when the world saw us as weak.
Mark my words, had we never had that blunder in Afghanistan, we would not be having the war you're seeing in Ukraine. We would not have al-Qaeda terrorists sitting there running free in Afghanistan. We would not have China showing the arrogance that they're showing over Taiwan. This all happened because of how America showed weakness. Now we have to find our strength, and we better get to work, and we better get to work soon.
What do you think of that? Tying it all back to Kabul.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's principally correct. I mean, we can't prove all of that, certainly, but just applying some common sense to what has taken place here. I mean, it was a major inflection point for this administration. What drove this really was the unconditional withdrawal with a date certain, emphasis on unconditional, no ceasefire, no peace agreement. And there weren't even any real substantive negotiations going on. We were just going to walk away. And I think the American people saw it as a huge foreign policy and national security failure, regardless of what their political alignment was. They saw this as American weakness, and I think it had a major impact adversely on this administration. But the accelerant it became for Russia, absolutely. I mean, a couple of months after the debacle in Afghanistan in August, Putin puts 170,000 troops on Ukraine's border. Is there a relationship with what took place in Afghanistan? I believe yes. it became an accelerant for President Xi. And it also became an accelerant for the Iranians. I mean, they began enriching uranium from single digit all the way to the 60%, which is close to weapons grade, all after the Afghanistan debacle. We can't absolutely prove it, but just looking at it, our adversaries did become more aggressive because they believed they could take advantage of this administration.
Yeah. A major inflection point. Sir, thank you. We're going to reflect a lot on this in the coming days here in the month of August. Jack Keane, thank you for your time today.
Yeah, great talking, Bill.
Okay.
Have a wonderful week.
You bet.